Ad Astra Ab. Barbara's here. Leave the healing to me. I will not disappoint you.
So, meine Lieben, damit herzlich willkommen zurück zum weiteren Part Let's Play Genshin Impact. Was ich als erstes zeigen möchte, ist, dass wir hier alles ausgegeben haben, was wir an den Musikeln hatten. Wir hatten irgendwie 290 oder so übrig gehabt. Alles andere habe ich schon teilweise offscreen, glaube ich, gekauft. Ich hoffe, das ist in Ordnung. Das ist halt einfach Sachen zum Level-Upen und wir kaufen sie sowieso komplett. Und erst jetzt habe ich dann die ganzen Anime-Siegeln dafür ausgegeben. Wir haben ungefähr 400.000 rausbekommen. Und jetzt haben wir... Da konntest du gerade sehen, warte mal. Da unten steht es ja dann. Da. Fast 1,2 Millionen Mora. So, bevor wir starten, machen wir Folgendes. Ich habe ein Gebet hier bekommen. Ich habe hier, glaube ich, habe Barbara genau bekommen. Habe ich den letzten Part ja gezeigt. Gegen Ende, meine ich. Wenn ich dann, habt ihr es gerade vorher gesehen, wir haben Barbara bekommen, eine Healerin. Und ich habe sie direkt auf eine Aufstiegsstufe hochgebracht, dass wir halt ein Gebet bekommen. Wir gucken mal, was wir da bekommen. Müll. Hätte sein können. So, aber wir versuchen weiterhin Ayaka zu bekommen. 3 Stück habe ich. Das ist lila, also schon mal nicht schlecht. Ich hoffe, ein komplett neuer Char. Es ist ein Bogen, der Sehnenlose. Da muss ich mal gucken, ob das überhaupt gut ist, weiß ich nicht. Und der Rest wird dann Müll sein. Ich brauche neue Charaktere, Razor oder sowas. Shelling werden wir eh irgendwann bekommen. Aber ich brauche irgend so einen Char, mit dem ich Main-DPSen kann. Ich habe von den Chars hier, nicht viel. Klar gibt es bestimmt Kombinationen, wo man es halt machen kann, aber sie kann ich nicht aufstufen, da wir die Dinger nicht haben. Barbara ist ja Healerin, die werde ich, glaube ich, demnächst auch upgraden und Artefakte uns anpassen und sie als Healerin dann benutzen auch statt Noel. Das ist klar, bis wir eine bessere Healerin bekommen oder Healer. So, nichtsdestotrotz würde ich sagen, geht es weiter mit der Hauptstory.
Here we go. This is it. Crisis, danger, the thrill of adventure. Adventurers Guild. Finally, our days of rescuing kittens and finding lost puppies are over. The age of adventure is upon us. Roll up, youngsters. Join the Adventurers Guild today. In this time of great upheaval, we must rally together, take on the dragon, and save our great city of Mondstadt. What? What? The Storm Terror threat is resolved? I missed the acting clanmaster's speech? Storm Terror should have put up more of a fight. We didn't get to join in.
Okay.
Long live the heroes. Thank you. It's finally over. Many trade routes have closed due to the Storm Terror incident. We can cope for now without fresh fruit and vegetables. But if the wine supply dries up, we're all doomed. I cannot imagine a world without wine. I hope they get the trade routes back up and running soon.
So Storm Terror's true identity is Dvalin, one of the 4 winds. We never should have forgotten his past sacrifice for Mondstadt. Every cloud has a silver lining. We're fortunate that our relationship with the Dragon of the East didn't sour past the point of no return. For that, we have you to thank. And Jean for her unfailing devotion. As long as we have the Knights of Favonius, peace and freedom will prevail in Mondstadt.
Greetings. May I take your order?
Why so cold? I've always thought that we enjoy quite the intimate friendship. It seems your great battle sharpened not only your combat skills, but your wit as well. A knight after my own heart. To bask in the presence of Mondstadt's new big hero is quite the morale boost. And that's coming from a knight.
Sweet-talking, sugar-coated Captain Kaya.
Nonsense. I speak from the heart. Just looking for a quiet spot to collect my thoughts.
While all the other knights are working hard to clean up after the battle?
Thinking can be an arduous task, you know. Believe me, I'd much rather be taking out the trash.
So what you thinking about then?
The Abyss Order. A dragon wreaks havoc in Mondstadt, and the acting Grand Master leaves the city to combat the threat. Strategically, that's the perfect moment for the Abyss Order to make their move. If you were the Abyss Order, would you squander this golden opportunity by sending in nothing more than a few hilly churls? To get to the bottom of it, I decided to wait. So I waited, and watched for their next move. Then came the day you made all hell break loose in Storm Terror's lair. Just as the hilly churls' cries sounded from the city gates. That same day, I saw shadowy figures lurking in the city itself.
Inside the city?
Well, all the other knights were outside, fighting the enemy. As you can imagine, that left the inside of the city completely unguarded. Except for me, of course. And so I approached the Abyss Order infiltrators for a bit of... let's call it fraternizing. Through various means, I managed to gather some rather interesting intel. The situation is this. The Abyss Order. They are united under a single leader.
The Abyss Order has a leader?
Yes. And it was this very leader who devised the plot to turn Dvalin into a weapon of war.
What exactly did you have to do to find this out?
Let's just say I'm blessed with certain linguistic powers. There's more. The Abyss Order has a name for this leader. They call her the Princess. Now, I'm sorry to cut this intelligence briefing short, but I do believe I spy Amber heading this way. I think she's still angry with me for my absence from the defense effort during the attack. I'd better slip away before she notices me.
1 minute I see Kaya, the next he slipped away. Clear sign of a guilty conscience. Are you sure? Because that sounds like exactly what he'd say to talk himself out of trouble. But let's forget about him. I worked super hard today, and my tummy's rumbling. Let's order. Hi, Sarah. 1 sticky honey roast, please. It's been getting quite busy recently. So, now the Storm Terror threat is behind us. What are your plans for the next step? Paimon thinks it's time to leave Mondstadt and keep looking through the 7 nations until we find clues about his sister. Huh, really? Oh, well, I guess this is goodbye for now. Hey, don't feel down. You'll always be a friend of the Knights of Avonius, and our honorary knight. Wherever you may go, and wherever the wind may blow. That's the spirit. Remember, Mondstadt will always welcome you. All right, now let's eat before it gets cold. That was good. Note to Paimon, Amber's recommendations are worth the wait. Of course. Well, I don't trust myself in the kitchen. You can always trust me with the menu. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Jean's waiting for you at the cathedral. It's something to do with the Holy Lyre de Himmel. You'd better head there now.
Was ich erst jetzt realisiere, der Himmel. Die versuchen, dass der Himmel, das ist ein deutscher Name für die Holy Liars, für die heilige Harfe. Der Name ist der Himmel. Ein deutscher Name. Warum sagen die der Himmel? Eigentlich wollte ich was anderes machen, aber die Story geht doch ein bisschen weiter. Wir haben im letzten Part, ja, für die es noch nicht gesehen haben, wir waren dort gewesen, haben das Gebiet in 2 Parts komplett abgeschlossen. Und haben den Drachen, ich würde nicht sagen besiegt. Ihr wisst, was ich meine. Ich will jetzt nicht zu sehr spoilern.
This is Barbara, the deaconess of the church. She is here to retrieve the holy lyre to Hamel.
May the Animo Archon protect you. I'm not really in a position to speak compared to our acting Grand Master, but I still want to thank you all on behalf of all of Mondstadt for your assistance. Fortunately, everything was resolved peacefully. I can't imagine how an all-out war between the military and the dragon would have ended.
Now the Fatui have no choice but to keep their mouths shut. They must be annoyed that things didn't turn out as planned for them. This time, they even lost their best excuse to pressure the Knights of Favonius. Diplomatically speaking, they gained nothing, and on the contrary, simply proved just how vexatious they can be.
Sounds like quite the story. So, did you bring the Holy Lyre with you? We cannot ask you to keep defending the lyre forever. The Seneschal has been pressing me for a while now.
We, did bring it with us. It's a little...
Oh, don't worry. I'm not here to collect rent. The church has always received special funding. The Holy Lyre! Lord Barbados! Even if I atone for these sins for the rest of my life, it would still not be enough! Oh, give it here. How could this Holy Lyre, but how?
Huh? Let Paimon see!
No. I don't know how you managed to fix it, but you'll never touch the lyre again. We, really should get going. That trick I used to repair the Holy Lyre. I mean, the magic I used isn't going to hold forever, you know.
What? Tone-deaf Bard! Hey, don't go!
At last, Mondstadt's rodent ruler in the flesh. Scurrying through the streets looking for leftovers? Mondstadt calls this a god?
Resident rodent beats invasive vermin.
Don't you dare speak back to me, insolent bard. Absentee Archon of Mondstadt. How impotent you've become.
That smirk you wear looks out of place. Did you steal it from your master's face?
You should have held your tongue. So, this is a gnosis. Wouldn't be caught dead wearing this ugly thing in public.
Beauty and waste when the beholder has no taste.
Venti!
Well, we have what we came here for. Come, before our dear Favonian friends arrive. Leave nothing for them to find.
Honorary Knight,
planet?
Don't listen to his nonsense, Miss Barbara.
Okay. Well, basically, I found you lying outside the cathedral unconscious and used my elemental powers to heal you.
Paimon thinks you could still use a final splash of ice-cold water to the face.
That bard awakened first, but strangely, my healing powers had almost no effect on him. This is the first time I've encountered such a patient, but he just said it's completely normal, and then got up and left the cathedral.
He left? Already? Where'd he go?
The symbol of Mondstadt's hero. That's what he said. I wanted to stop him, but Jean, I mean, Master Jean, said to let him leave. How strange.
Paimon remembers Venti healing under that tree before. It's probably due to the connection between Windrise and the Animal Archon. Master Jean has figured it out as well, but we can't tell Barbara.
Sag's noch lauter. Aber was ist mit La Signora los? Ich war bisher noch neutral gegen ihr, aber die ist ja voll auf aggro.
The wind amongst the branches is good. I love the way it smells. I said the exact same thing last time. Why do I only say these things when I'm down on my luck? So you noticed. This isn't something I'm meant to discuss with ordinary people, but I suppose I can let you in on the secret. As you know, visions are external magical foci that only a small minority of people possess. They use these visions to channel elemental power. In truth, every wielder of a vision is one who can attain godhood and ascend to Celestia. We call such people allogenes.
Allogenes? Paimon's never heard of them before.
That's because this is a secret that only Archons are privy to. We don't need primitive tools like visions. Instead, each Archon has an internal magical focus that resonates directly with Celestia itself, known as a gnosis. It's just a glowing glass ball I carry around to avoid suspicion.
So who was that nasty woman who sent Paimon flying and stole your gnosis?
Her name is Signora, number 8 of the Harbingers. She and the rest of the Harbingers have been given godlike executive authority by the Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya, and with it, strength surpassing that of other mortals.
The Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya? Isn't that...
Indeed. She is one of the 7. The Tsaritsa who reigns from the Zeppeljorny Palace, and the one person that the Fatui Harbingers all answer to.
The 7 don't always get along well, but still. I never thought that she would plot to steal another Archon's gnosis. How should I put this? 500 years ago, I knew her well, but I can't say the same is true now. You see, a certain catastrophe happened 500 years ago, and after that, she cut off all ties with me. But we can save discussion of the Cryo Archon and the Fatui for another day. If you seek the rest of the 7, many difficulties lie ahead of you still. You should head for Mondstadt's neighboring nation of Liyue. The Geo Archon who reigns there, unlike me, administrates his entire region personally. He only descends once every year to give his divine predictions, which set the direction for Liyue for the rest of that year.
Even so, it sounds like he works much harder than a certain someone,
In any case, this year's Rite of Dissension is soon to begin. If you miss it, you'll just have to wait another year.
What? Oh, why didn't you tell us before? Well, then bye! We're going!
One moment, Windborn Outlander. Just use it gratefully. Or, better yet, treat me to a glass of dandelion wine. Traveler, As you set off on your journey once again, you must remember that the journey itself has meaning. The birds of Tevat, the songs in the cities, the Tsaritsa, her Fatui and the monsters, they are all part of your journey. The destination is not everything. So before you reach the end, keep your eyes open. Use the chance to take in the world around you. Great. So, that's that for the Animo Archon's admonishments. Back to Venti time. If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a single climb. Up till the end, Dvalin remembered his duty as one of the Four Winds. As such, I don't intend to forcibly strip him of that duty and force my ideals of freedom onto him. I just hope that Dvalin will be able to choose for himself and understand what freedom is. Before I became an Archon, I too was taught the meaning of freedom in this way by a friend. If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard Kaya shared some new intelligence, you say? Oh, I see. So, the Abyss Order has a princess who orchestrated the plan to corrupt Dvalin? They were probably trying to turn Dvalin into a weapon of war for the Abyss. But that said, I have never heard of any such princess of the Abyss Order. I think so too. Apparently. But how does a princess come out of nowhere and take command over the entire Abyss Order? If you want to chat, now's the time.
That Fatui lady didn't hang around, did she? She just grabbed your gnosis and left?
She wanted to avoid any eyewitnesses from the Knights of Favonius. The slightest slip-up here would have destroyed the Fatui's diplomatic relations with the Knights.
So they're just gonna keep acting like Mondstadt's allies as if nothing happened?
If only the Seven Nations had banded together against the Abyss Order in the first place. The Fatui possess the strongest military among the Seven Nations, yet they've used it to steal the Holy Lyre, covet the power of gods, and use Dvalin as a bargaining chip against the Knights.
Speaking of the lyre, didn't Diluc say something like this before? He said that the Fatui could only run amok across the Seven Nations and threaten the Knights because of the Harbingers.
Yes. As I said earlier, the Cryo-Archon has given them authority and strength beyond that of other mortals. The Tsaritsa... I haven't seen her in 500 years. What is she thinking? What's her plan? Whatever the answer is, I have a feeling it's only going to make your search for the Seven all the more difficult. If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard, as I said before, vision wielders are known as allogenes and may ascend to Celestia. A gnosis is a higher-order nexus of elemental manipulation and is emblematic of an Archon's status as one of the Seven. But as for which of the Seven took your sister, I'm sorry, I don't know. Wait, as one of the Seven, I'm not clear of suspicion yet either, am I?
Hang on a hot second. Tone Deaf Bard is just one of Barbados' many incarnations. Who's to say that...
We're a great team indeed. Say, once you find your sister, how would you like to become one of the new Four Winds?
You don't seem too into it. Hey, Tone Deaf Bard! If being one of the Four Winds means free food, you can consider Paimon.
If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a single climb. Well then, best be off to Lille. If the dissension ritual you failed to tally, then another year you must dally.
Have you seen the Steambird? It seems Fontaine has been celebrating some kind of festival recently. Things are looking pretty lively in the square. They even changed the banners. Huh, there are a lot of people holding cameras. Oh, and they've got candy and snacks too! Looks like everyone's having a good time. Let's go and have a look for ourselves.
Okay, dann haben wir jetzt offiziell Mondstadt von der Hauptstory durch. Noch nicht alles, wir haben noch einiges noch zu machen. Ich gucke gerade, was hier angezeigt wird. Wieder Reise für. Ah, die Belohnung. Im nächsten Part ziehe ich noch einmal. Ja, dann wird es im nächsten Part erstmal darum geht, den Rest abzuschließen. Was ich gesehen habe, wir haben ein Sternbild bekommen. Wir kriegen hier wir können das aktivieren. Und dann haben wir unseren Main Shaft C3. Ja. Dann würde ich sagen, was wir jetzt machen, wir fangen an, hier alles zu erkunden, weil wir das noch offen haben. Angefangen mit dem Ort hier. So, was wir in den nächsten Parts machen werden, ist dann das Ganze abzuschließen, bis Mondstadt auch von den Truhen hier abzuschließen, weil wir noch einige Schätze noch nicht geborgen haben. Unter anderem möchte ich Stufe 10 erreichen, bei der Statue der 7. Dafür brauche ich... Habe ich bekommen? Ja, ich meine, ja, habe ich bekommen. Wir holen uns gleich, aber hier sollte auch sich irgendwo eine befinden. Hier. Schatz, haben sie super bewacht. Haben die echt gut bewacht. So, jetzt geht es aber darum, die Truhe zu holen. Habe ich ernsthaft nicht getroffen. Aber du bist so ein Typ. Die Truhe ist schon offen. Also die Truhe da hinten bewacht haben, die sind immer noch nicht wach. Sollen sie es auch tun, die sollte die Truhe auch mitnehmen. Dann hören wir auch schon da. Oh, hä? Hab dich nicht mal gesehen.
I'll race you there.
Könnt ihr nicht einen Moment warten?
Opening a chest is like unwrapping.
Und hier eine brüchige Felswand sogar. Oh, ist noch eine Mukulus.
A little dusty. Best give it a spring cleaning.
Mhm. So. Oh, der hat mich doch gesehen. Es immer noch nicht.
Go, go, bear it, buddy.
Dodge this.
Leave it all to.
Na, geht doch. Mist.
get tracked down by Outrider Amber.
Auf der Seite sollte sich noch was befinden. Da, ich sehe es. Da werden Gegner auf uns warten.
I must leave no stone.
Is this an answer from this world?
Zack, haben wir.
Catch the wind.
Ach, da unten.
Fascinating.
Ah.
Dodge this.
Let me amuse
Wind
myself.
blade. Yeah.
No escape.
Oh, so sorry.
Over here.
Haben wir.
Just
Kamera. Dankeschön, Kamera. So, hier ist gleich ein kleines Fackelritz, was ich gesagt hatte. Hier bin ich schon 2-3 Mal durchgelaufen. Ob die Truhe bewacht ist? Nö.
opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift.
Animoculus, wo bist du? Unter mir, okay.
Someone needs assistance.
Ich habe das Gefühl, dass ich die Dinger kaputt machen muss.
Someone needs assistance. Steady as stone.
Wind blade.
Eine richtige Zeremonie, um den herbeizurufen. So, und dann gibt eine Truhe. Dann ist es nur eine kleine... Ne, eine hübsche Truhe, okay. Aber wo ist
Ward on the road.
Animoculus? Da sehe ich einen Seeli. Animoculus ist hier in dem Felsen, oder? Ja. So, dann würde ich sagen, beende ich den Part jetzt hier. Heute war sehr viel Story. Was wir im nächsten Part machen werden, ist auf jeden Fall, dass wir hier und hier alle Schätze Truhen noch sammeln. Dann müssten wir alle Animoculus haben und können dann die Statue 7 auf Stufe 10 machen. Und im übernächsten Part geht es dann Nebenquests. Ich habe einige Nebenquests, werde ich noch durchgehen mit euch, bevor es nach Livia weitergeht. Aber zum Beginn des nächsten Parts machen wir das hier. Bis zum nächsten Part, euer MILF LP.